Hello. Hello, welcome to this video. This is going to be a live cast, so if you are watching this on replay, just know that this will be over. Welcome everyone. As you come in, please tell me where you're joining me from, and let me quickly do the introduction for myself so that we can jump into the body of today's video. So in the chat area, please let me know where you're joining me from. Just drop where you are joining me from. Where are you joining me from? Hey, Delola from Calgary. Fantastic. It's great to have you here. You guys, I'm going to be briefly on Instagram as well. So just to let them know. Delola from Calgary. Who else is joining me? Where are you joining me from? We have 9 people on the live stream. Where are you joining me from? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Okay, while you guys are, hi Instagram family, join me on YouTube. The video is going to be live on YouTube. So join me on our YouTube channel, is Shides TV. Join me on YouTube so that we can learn together today. All right, see you all soon. Okay, Wumi from California. Okay, great. Let me quickly do my introduction. We are growing in numbers. Hello, everybody. If this is your first time of seeing me, my name is Kome Olori. I am the founder of She Dares to Succeed. She Dares to Succeed is a community for women entrepreneurs, and we help women start and build successful businesses. Today, I'm going to be talking about the best businesses that you can start from home now. I'm going to break them into different categories and hopefully be able to take some questions by the time we finish. So please stick with me. It's going to take about 30 minutes to run through the whole list of business ideas. And I want it to be as interactive as possible. So please feel free to leave your questions as I mentioned. And let's jump into the body of the video. So I asked where you are joining me from. The reason I'm asking is because some business ideas work better in some locations than in some other locations. So please, if you can share that information in the chat, it will help me help you today. From London, it's great to have you, Monisala. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so the first, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes, like I really prepared for today, because I know that a lot of people have been stuck working from home, or, you know, a bit of their income has been affected due to COVID. And since some countries are already experiencing a second wave, then it just makes sense that we start to consider other ways that we can work and make a good income from home. So that's what tonight is all about. I can see in the comments from London, from Sweden, Omono. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so the first business idea that we're going to be discussing today is social media management agency. I want to experience, like, you know, all these big words sometimes confuse people. So the first thing is social media management company. And basically that just means that you are helping other people manage their social media accounts because it's a bit too much. Now, if you are conversant with any specific platform, like you are good at that platform, you know how the platform works, and you can help somebody else manage it, then that's a very good and lucrative work opportunity for you. So I want to delve into the numbers just a little bit. Now, I know that some people charge around 20 to 30,000 Naira to help somebody manage their social media. I think in dollars and in pounds, it will be a bit more expensive. So let's work in pounds. If you were working for somebody and you were managing their account for £200, you only need to manage about 3 to 5 accounts before you are making a full-time income every month. And with the experience that you gather, with more knowledge, you will be able to command a higher fee. And so by the time you have 3 to 5 clients at the same time, you're already starting an agency. What I have noticed some people doing is even recruiting younger people, like recruiting people who are still at university, recruiting people who have, they still have a lot to learn. By the time you start having them work for you, you pay them less than what you get from your clients. And then in so doing, you are actually building what we call an agency. So you'll be a social media management agency. They have different names for these things on the internet. The people who are Pinterest business managers, the people who are Instagram managers, the people who are YouTube managers. In fact, YouTube management is one of the most lucrative of them all right now, simply because not many people are into managing YouTube accounts, and there's actually a bit more work that goes into managing a YouTube account. So for example, if you were managing my YouTube account, you'll be not just responsible for uploading content, you'll be editing some videos, you'll be writing the captions, you would also be investigating the tags that are used in each video, but also you will be answering things like emails from companies who want to work with me. You'll be answering your emails with regards to collaboration and all of that stuff. So it's quite a lucrative area right now, and it is blowing up all over the internet. Okay, so that's the first one that I want to mention. The second one is an online advertising agency. Traditionally, advertising agencies used to be those adverts we see on television or on radio, where those beautiful models are all around taking nice pictures and all of that. With the emergence of the whole social media trend, with the emergence of online marketing, advertising is changing. So you now hear things about Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Twitter ads. There's so much advertising going on online because they find that we spend most of our time online now. Some people spend their whole day on Instagram, right? Some people spend their whole day on Twitter. If you walk the streets of Twitter, you see that some people are constantly tweeting. In fact, they seem like they don't sleep. They're constantly online. So you as an online advertising agency or rep, what you do is that you help brands who are trying to promote their products, but either don't have time to create advertising or they don't know how to create adverts that actually work. Now, one thing is that some people have that as a natural flair. Like, you don't need any real education when it comes to spotting what advert is going to work. Some people are very quick to come up with memes that go viral. So if you are that kind of person, you're very creative, thinking of what will catch people's attention, you could start an advertising agency. And then on the side, you might have to learn Facebook advertising or whatever platforms advertising you want to specialize in, and help people create those adverts that drive engagement. The third one I want to mention is for you to be a virtual assistant or executive assistant. This one is easy. And if you notice, most of the business ideas I'm going to be mentioning tonight are ideas that you don't need any financial investment really to get started. They are going to be things that are based on what you enjoy doing. So the virtual assistant or executive assistant, as they're called in some places, depending on who you work with, are people who are going to be helping executives, small business owners, to get on top of their admin, right? And you're going to be working from home. So you see the way I'm in my home office, this is what would be your reality. You're answering this, you're helping this person to plan their calendar, to make sure that they have all their appointments together in one place, to make sure that you're sending emails on their behalf, to contact companies on their behalf. And it's going to vary from person to person depending on what they need. Virtual assistants or executive assistants are paid from £25. There's some people who are specialists. They work for, bigger companies, and some people choose to work for small business. But the truth is that you can charge between £15 to £25 per hour, regardless of where you are based. It's more about the job that you are doing. So the next one on the list is website designer. Where are the computer science graduates in the house? Those people, if you are a techie, if you are a website designer, or you have any experience around that, there are so many businesses that are looking for somebody to design a very simple website for them, a one-page website. In fact, if you notice, a lot of people right now don't use complicated websites again, because people don't have the patience to go through 10 pages of a website. So the best way to convert, a lot of online businesses are finding, is to use very simple, basic websites that the consumer can understand. Because what happens is that they get overwhelmed if the website is too busy. And then instead of purchasing whatever the business is selling, they just get tired and move on. So if you have the ability to create simple websites using the simple platforms that are out there, Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, any of those, then you can start to make between 100 and 500 pounds per website. In fact, the truth is that there are some websites that are so expensive, maybe because of the functionalities that go in a website. And the thing is that for almost everything you want to learn, you are able to learn on the University of YouTube, right? So I know people who have learned how to design websites. In fact, I learned to design my first website by watching YouTube videos. So if you have the time, the flair, the interest, it's definitely something that you can do, and you can start to make money from home. Okay, we're going to move on, but before we move on, I want to quickly tell you about the She Dares to Succeed brand new private community for women entrepreneurs, which is the place for you to take your business ideas and transform it into a 6 or 7 figure business by learning, joining us on our live learnings, being part of a community, and also getting business resources straight to your email. This group right now, we're launching it this month. People are joining, and it's going to be an amazing time in the community. We're going to be getting a lot of training from top experts and professionals. So if you are watching this and you are interested in being part of a connected community where you're not just joining for chatting sake, you're joining to learn and to grow, then definitely check out the link that I'm going to leave in the description of this video. Okay, I want to say hello to the people who have joined since I started, which are Vivian from Calgary. Hello, Vivian. Zeno from Lagos. Is it Jimmy from Seattle? Welcome. Thank you. Tasa from Nigeria. Thank you, everyone. So let's move on to the next item on the list. So please drop your questions if you have any questions regarding any of the business ideas. The next one on the list, and this is going to be something that the women love, is is a style consultant. Okay, where are my fashionistas? So if you know that you have a natural flair for, dressing, combining colors, and for, just putting somebody's look together and making sure that they look different, they look unique, they look stylish, then you can offer online style consultations to people where they join you on Zoom or webinar platform, whichever one you choose. You could even use something as simple as FaceTime or WhatsApp, depending on which one you prefer. And you can teach them or help them style themselves. There's so many people who don't know how to put a look together. See, today I'm just in a t-shirt and a pair of jeans, right? And that's usually my go-to. But there's some people who want to look extra, but they don't know how to do it. So if you have that natural flair, then you can help them virtually like this. Let them bring out the units in their wardrobe. You put them together, form different looks for them, and they pay you for your time. The next one, which is very similar to style consultants, are skin consultants. Right now, the big brands, if you check most of the big brands out there, whereas they used to do one-to-one skin consultation where they check out your skin, they tell you if you have problems with your skin, what you can use. A lot of them have gone virtual, and you can start, you can book your skincare consultation virtually. So if you are an independent person and you have a deep understanding of how to take care of skin, or you have experienced something that makes you an expert. So let me break this down. If, for example, you had bad acne, right? And you somehow found a way to combat that acne, and now you have beautiful skin, that automatically puts you in a position to help people who are battling the same problem by offering one-to-one service virtually, where you teach them what to use, what you use that could work, what are they doing wrong that could help them be better. And I can see Marian's comment that says, I use a virtual consultant myself. And Marian, you have beautiful skin. Like, I still saw your picture today on Instagram. I was like, wow, this lady is gorgeous. So definitely check out that option if you are a skincare guru or you are a beauty guru. The next one on the list is a virtual interior decorator. You guys are going to say that, how do you decorate somebody's house from a distance? Well, since COVID started, a lot of things that people would do one-to-one, face-to-face, everything has moved virtually. And so before now, we used to think, how do you do these things from a distance? Well, it is happening now. It just depends on whether you are ready to capitalize on the opportunity that is in front of your face. So if you are somebody who knows how to combine furniture, you know how to decorate, then you can be a virtual decorator, helping people to put their houses together without actually physically being there. It would include creating mood boards, or basically just helping them with the color scheme. Do you know that there's some people who are colorblind? Like, they cannot tell colors apart, right? There's some people who cannot tell colors apart. There's some people who cannot combine colors to save their lives. I personally think that a lot of men almost fall into the category of cannot combine colors, but we also have some women who actually struggle with knowing what color goes with what, and so they struggle with decorating their houses. There's even something that has been trending recently. You can check this out on Google, and it's called a home optimization consultant. So it's just a variation of being an interior decorator, where instead of just decorating so men generally can't tell blue and red apart. Are you serious? No, the one that boggles my mind is when I tell my husband that something is orange red, and he goes, no, it's brown or a different color. I'm always like, no, dude, it's not. So I generally think that men just struggle with colors. But think about it like this: you might not even be working for females. You might be working for men who just simply don't know how to decorate their houses. There are some very well-to-do bachelors nowadays who, they struggle in that department. So you could help such people. There are even some women as well who just want that extra. They just want that extra touch because they don't have confidence that they can decorate a house and make it look stunning or make it look wow, that you come into the house and you're like, oh my God, who did this work? Okay, so but the variation of that is helping people organize their homes from afar. Some people don't know what to put in certain spaces that will hide the junk. I mean, all of us have clutter. Wumi says, my husband is colorblind for sure, blue and purple. I'm telling you. So I'm going to move on from that. I don't even know what number this is, but we're going to talk about a subscription-based business. If you look right now, there's nearly a subscription business for every single category of goods. Almost every item has a subscription type business now. There are subscription boxes for makeup, where at the end of every month or at the beginning of every month, there's a curated box of different goodies in it. And you get that for the same price every month. I think one of the people that do a very good subscription business are called Cult Beauty. There is a wine subscription business. One of my friends owns a book subscription business that does sending, African books or books with Black characters in it. It's called Imagine Me Stories. You can check them out online. Her name is Keisha. She has won so many awards. And so subscription businesses are busting out everywhere. They are the new trend, whereas people are struggling to buy what they would normally like all at once. They get it in small doses that they can pay for, at the same time in small doses. One of the most popular subscription businesses right now is called Scentbird. I think they're called Scentbird, and they are a perfume subscription business. And the lady who owns it, I can't remember her name now, but the lady who owns Scentbird literally became a millionaire in her first year of running the business, because everybody just realized that instead of buying 100 ml of a perfume that you probably wouldn't like eventually, they prefer to get small bits, sample sizes of different perfumes, and then they smell different every month. Now, I'm going to pause this video here before I continue and say, please, if you haven't liked the video, kindly give me the thumbs up if you are enjoying the video, and also subscribe to the channel if you are yet to subscribe. I think that we give valuable information for people who are looking to build successful businesses. So kindly help my market by liking this video. Okay. I only saw one like, guys. The next one on the list, like the video, please. And the next one on the list is Audiobook. The next one on the list is Audiobook narration. Okay. If you have never heard of ACX, then just Google them after this video in case you are interested in doing voice narrations for authors, right? Let me explain it a little bit. So you know that Amazon has Audible, which sells audiobooks for people who are busy or they just simply don't like to read. They prefer to listen to the book. Now, the platform that helps you create those audiobooks is called ACX, which is also a division of Amazon, even though they have a different name, right? Now, you as somebody who has a silky voice could be narrating audiobooks that people can listen. Now, not everybody who can write can narrate, because some people's voices sound like frogs, you know, or some people don't have the confidence, or some people don't know how to project. And so if you are able to narrate those books, then you get paid. Now, there are two ways that you get paid. The first one is that you get paid outright. You agree with the person, I'm going to charge you $1,000 to narrate your book, right? There is the second option, which is actually three. The second option is that the person says, I don't have $1,000 to pay you straight away, but what I want to do is pay you half of that, and then you also get a share of the royalties from the sales of the book. So every Audible copy, every audio copy of that book that sells, you will get a share of the royalty. And usually most people agree 50-50. So you get 50% of the royalty if that's what your contract says, right? Then the third option for some people is that they're like, okay, I think this book is going to sell really well. So you choose to ignore the money aspect. Like, you don't want any upfront payments. You are all right to take just royalty off the book. So those are the ways that you can charge to do audiobook narrations. The platform is ACX. It's seamless to register. I tried it before doing this video a month ago, just to make sure that I knew how it functions. So you are definitely taking it from somebody who has used the platform. I created my account on ACX very seamlessly. In fact, I was able to use the same sign-on details that you would use for your Amazon account, your normal Amazon account where you buy goods online. Create what's it called? Create an account, and then all you have to do is start recording your voice to create some samples, and you can use it. Do it on your phone. You can do it from your computer. Just make sure that it is smooth and nice to listen to. Upload it, and then you can start bidding for books. There's so many. The last time I checked, there were about 6,000 books that were looking for narrators. And, they have people with different accents and different abilities on there. Now, I want to tell you something about why this is very lucrative. In my first week on the ACX platform, remember I said I was trying it out. I was able to secure 3 jobs to narrate 3 cookbooks in the first week. I didn't even bid for the job, but the owner of the book had listened to my sample and contacted me and asked if I was willing to narrate this book. So in my first week, I got 3 books. Yes, eventually I had to cancel that job because really I just wanted to try the platform. But that's just an encouragement for somebody who is interested in trying it, that there are opportunities, and you could be earning between 100 to 1,000 per book that you narrate, depending on how long the book is. I want to ask you in the comments which of the ideas I have given so far have resonated with you, which have you liked the best, before we continue, just so that I know that I'm communicating with you and that you are still here with me. So please quickly drop in the comment, fastest fingers, which of the ideas have you liked the best so far? Hey, Judy Mac, thank you so much for joining. Okay, it's called ACX, and it goes straight into Google. You can't miss it. ACX, virtual assistant, style consultant. Okay, subscription idea. Okay, fantastic. I see that people like different things. The next one I'm going to talk about is being a virtual bookkeeper. Before you think that, you know, being a bookkeeper means that you must be an accountant, actually it doesn't mean that, right? There's some businesses who cannot afford to pay a full accountant to help them do their books, but they need somebody to do the spreadsheets for them. You could do that for them by helping them, you know, go through their receipts. They could send you a box of receipts. They could send you virtual receipts. It doesn't really matter. But go through the receipts and create spreadsheets and whatnot, and they would usually train you on what to do. So virtual bookkeeper, virtual bookkeeper is always an option. The interesting about the bookkeepers, though, is that they earn very, very well as opposed to any of the options I've given you so far. Virtual bookkeepers are able to earn so much because they're going behind the finances of a business. And if they do a bad or rubbish job, then the business is usually in trouble, because it means that they might even end up paying wrong tax, and then the government comes after them. And so if you are experienced as a bookkeeper, or you are able to help businesses put their finances in order before it goes to their tax consultant, then you're able to charge a bit more than, you know, the average Joe out there. So yes, in the beginning, if you found a company that, or a business that you could work with, you might have to charge low to get that experience. But once you do, there are virtual bookkeepers who are earning up to 100,000. And the best part is that you can work for different clients. In fact, because we are nearing the end of the year, it's going to be tax season very soon. There are some businesses who they haven't created any records of their business since January 2020. And come November, December, they're going to be running around like headless chickens, looking for who is going to help them put their records together, right? And so another thing you could do if you are not a bookkeeper and you have experience with tax is to help small businesses file their taxes, regardless of what country you are in. If you have experience of UK tax or Canadian tax or US tax, you could be charging people independently as a tax consultant to put their to file their taxes and to get their finances in order. So those are, I kind of think those are two in one, because some people do both. You know, they do the bookkeeping and then they do the taxation filing, but it just depends on whether you have the skills, the patience to do that. The next one I'm going to talk about is online tutoring. But instead of us to think about it in terms of professional, I don't know what to call it, in terms of professional sense, right? If you notice, since COVID started, I think this is about March, a lot of virtual classes have been coming up. Now you have classes where they teach baking, they teach cooking. I think a lot of them are not just because people want to learn the skills, because they probably could do it on YouTube or, you know, in a different way. But people are lonely. A lot of people are lonely. And if second wave is getting more serious, then a lot of people are just looking for that human connection that makes them feel, so you know, that human connection, a lot of people are missing it, right? So the best way for them is that many of them are attending a lot of virtual classes. They are feeling like they need to learn something at the same time. And so if you were offering creative classes, you know, some people are offering virtual arts classes for children. Some people are offering virtual arts classes for adults. So people are offering cooking classes. They're offering almost any class. Now, where are the people who are able to dance for Africa? Now, you could also be offering dance classes, right? Do you know how many people don't know how to move their bum? They don't know how to shake their bum. They don't know how to move their body. Some people don't know how to listen to rhythm of the music and follow, right? A lot of virtual classes are going on. So don't feel like you need to be a professional. You could just be an everyday person who has an ability. Now, Mrs. NW, hey, says exercise. That was going to be my next one. So you could also offer fitness classes online. Some people, now, if you are in those cold regions where we're nearing -15 on a daily basis, for example, nobody is going outside to jog. So they're looking for a way to exercise. Even in the UK, a lot of people are exercising. Now, if you watch the interview, there was the last interview I had on this channel was with April Laugh, who is the chief exercise queen in my mind. She exercises for Africa, but she has a virtual class where people join her to exercise live every single day. I think it's twice every day. If you did not see that interview, you can go back and watch it. And she breaks down how she was able to create a 6-figure fitness business. So that could be for somebody who has that ability. You are naturally you're naturally fit, you know. Is there anything like naturally fit? I don't know, but you love fitness. You think you could virtually exercise with people and just help them, or you're a fitness trainer and you could help people, you know, target certain parts of their body. Definitely go for it. Now, there was also this gentleman who started live YouTube videos every single day when COVID hit in the UK, where children from around the world were joining him to exercise every day. It was like virtual PE class. I can't remember his name now. I don't know what I'm doing with people's names nowadays, but basically, people were joining, or children were joining him from different parts of the world for his virtual PE class every single morning. Do you remember his name? In fact, I remember that the first day that I joined, it was ridiculous. PE with Joe. Yes, thank you, Toyosi. His name is PE with Joe. It was amazing. The first day that I joined his virtual PE class, I was panting. You know, my little girl was keeping up. She was so excited. She was like, "Mommy, I want to exercise." She was running. And I did maybe 5 minutes and I was on the floor like, oh my God, this is not funny, right? But he was able to engage people from everywhere. And this guy made it to BBC and to ITV News for just doing that. How can you contact me? Through email. This is my email address. You can contact me anytime. Right? He was able to engage people. So whether you're a fitness person or something like that, you or something similar, you know, you could be a ballet dancer. I don't know if there are any ballet dancers here. You could be an Afrobeat dancer. You know, there is market for you. You can create virtual classes. There's also this group of people who, what's their name? You probably would know them. They started doing Christian praise. They started doing exercise videos using Christian praise and worship songs. One of them is female, one of them is male. Two of them, and then there's Afro fitness, where they just do African music, very nice music that makes you want to dance, makes you want to move, and they even put it on YouTube. But they also have classes where people join them and just dance. So basically, there's so many options in this category of virtual classes. Please use your skills. Whatever skill you already have, you can use for this. Okay, I think the last one on the list. Wait, let me just check my listing. Okay, so finally, the last one, Cocoa traveled to Africa over the past, yeah. So the last one I want on the list I want to talk about is definitely YouTube. YouTube, I keep talking about YouTube as, you know, as a platform that you can use, but I'm going to be talking about it from the point of being a creator, right? Because the content that you put on YouTube can be repurposed in different ways. It can become ebooks, it can become opportunity for you to work as an influencer. So if you think you have the physique, the face, the voice, the temperament to be an influencer, definitely check out YouTube. And there are different ways that you can use your skills on YouTube to appeal to an outside audience and be able to monetize your YouTube channel. So those are all the business ideas that I have currently for today, and I'm ready to take any questions that you have within the next 5 minutes so that we can round up this video and call it an evening. So please, is there any question quickly? Oh, by the way, I saw when Dami said, oh, you have liked the video. Actually, I can see 35 people live and I can see only 20 thumbs up. So it means that either you are not impressed with today's video or you're just yet to hit the thumbs up button. So please help me. Hey, BFC from California. What's the first live training in the inner circle? That's an amazing question. So for my inner circle members, which Marianne, you know, I see you. For the inner circle members who are interested in knowing about what training is going to be happening for the month, even though you are in the group right now, don't forget a lot of people are still joining, and we want to give them the opportunity to join until the end of October so that they don't miss any of the live trainings. Because the truth is that being present live during the training is not going to be the same as watching the replay, because at the time you're watching the replay, you can't even ask any questions. You know, it's over. The expert is gone, right? So the first month is going to kick off from the 1st of November. And we're going to be concentrating on building the right financial structure for your business. So the first expert is going to be teaching us about how to build a successful blueprint financially for your business, and also breaking down the numbers that you need to be aware of. So a lot of our businesses are going to get to the point where you are looking for outside investments, because maybe your business has grown to the point where you need to hire a warehouse, or you need to build your app or things like that. Now, because you are already envisaging that you will get to that point, you need to start building the financial structure now. There's so many businesses that fail. In fact, it's said that over 50% of female-owned businesses or female-led businesses in general fail within the first year. So we want to avoid that by, you know, being grounded in the numbers. What's your return on investment? What's your capital? What's your sum cost? What's your expected, you know, what's your expectation? What's your budget? You know, things like that. Just breaking down finances to a point where you are very comfortable to pitch to a panel of investors and tell them that this is what you are looking for and this is what you are going to get back from it. Now, the second aspect that we're going to be concentrating on for the whole of November and maybe throughout in the inner circle is going to be mindset, right? As business owners, as entrepreneurs, you are going to have a can-do attitude, a lot of confidence with doing your business. It's not easy for me to sit down here and talk to you live, knowing that anybody can discover this video. You know, it takes a lot of guts, and I have had to, you know, imbibe that and grow. So we're going to be doing a lot of mindset learning. We're going to be resetting our mindset, money mindset. We're going to be talking about confidence. So you get all of that in the business resources and with the experts that are going to be coming on. But I also think that one of the biggest advantages of being in the inner circle is the people you are going to meet. So for anybody who joins the inner circle, being connected to all these entrepreneurs who are building businesses is going to be an amazing opportunity for you. Not only do you have people who have experience, diverse experience, that you can come to the group and say, hey, I'm having this problem, who has experience and who can help me? You also already have like a focus group for your business where you can come and say, this is what I'm about to launch. What do you guys think about it? It's not easy to go to your customers, because if you are an experienced entrepreneur by now, you know that there is a difference between what your customers say they want and what they actually pay for. So I want you, if you're in the inner circle, to definitely use your connections, make those connections, build those friendships. Also, it's going to help you to be motivated when you see people are doing amazing things. That one just launched this, and all sorts of things like that. So yes, Marian, you set me on the course. I'm so excited. I've talked so much. So you say, what do you say there is a business name for camera shy mamas? What would you say? Oh, please ask that question again. I'm not sure if I get what you mean. What would you say there is a business for shy? No, I'm not getting. Tasa, what side can we get the job of a virtual assistant? Okay, so virtual assistant, you can actually reach out on, okay, there are 3 main platforms where people get freelancing. And in fact, tomorrow I'm going to be with one of my boss mamas who has been a freelancer for the longest time, and she has worked with some mega companies by freelancing online. And she has worked from home. She has had babies while she's been doing it. So tomorrow, there's definitely going to be that interview on this channel. So if you've not yet subscribed and you didn't click the notification bell and you want this information, go and do it now. Okay. So, but I'll tell you the 3 sites that I know, but you can also watch the interview with her tomorrow and get more information. It's guru.com, Fiverr, which a lot of people look down on Fiverr because it says Fiverr, so they expect to pay £5 or $5, but Fiverr has evolved from there. And there's Upwork. Now, every freelancer that I work with comes from Upwork because they are just a very solid platform. So you can get your virtual assistant roles from there by just bidding on jobs and reaching out to people. But I would say that if you want to do that, you don't even really need a platform. You can use your network by reaching out to people, creating a persona for yourself as the go-to virtual assistant for this, right? If you haven't seen the video on how to find customers online, there's a video on this channel where I break down different ways that you can find people that you can work with and pay. Now, before I even continue with, do we have to tap the thumb up to show that we like this chat? Yeah, I think it will show that you like the video, right? Okay, so before I even continue answering questions, one thing I want to mention is that for every business idea that we have mentioned, all you need to do is be at, you can work from home, but you need a good computer and you need a good Wi-Fi connection. So if you don't have all of this in place, then you're going to struggle. Now, the next thing is a payments function. How are you going to receive payments? Just before I continue, before you start receiving payments, I suggest you use Stripe or use PayPal. If you are in Africa, use Paystack or Flutterwave, right? And the reason I'm mentioning this is that it feels and it looks a little bit unprofessional nowadays when you give your personal bank details to people. Besides, you don't want every Tom, Dick, and Mariah to have your account details. It just, especially if it's not a business account, right? The ways of doing these things that make you look like a business. So if you don't have a business bank account, please register for PayPal, Stripe, Flutterwave, Paystack, or any other way. Python is also a good one. Is it Patreon? Patreon is also a good one if you just want something that is an all-rounder. So I just thought I would mention that before we continue. Questions. How do you, Marshmallow Games, how do you get over the fear of starting out? I want to do an art YouTube channel, but my art isn't that good yet. Do you see why I was mentioning mindset? To you, your art is not that good, but there are people who are way behind you on the spectrum that would look at your art and be like, wow, I wish I could do that. So that's number one. The second part is how do you start? How do you get over the fear of starting? The question I always ask is, please, what's the worst thing that can happen? Somebody stumbles on your YouTube channel, they think your art is rubbish, they click off. Okay, no skin off your nose. It doesn't affect you in any way, right? You can easily get over that. Do you know, I started this YouTube channel in February. And yes, I was blessed that I grew very quickly, especially my first month. but I started it afraid. The first day I sat in front of the computer, in fact, if you watch my old videos, I sat there like a stick, like this. Like I was so, I was so uncomfortable because I felt like you're talking to yourself. It's just you and the computer. Now, this is me who had been doing live streams for a long time, but YouTube was different. So what I'm trying to say to you is that forget about what anybody will say. What's the worst thing that can happen? Once you make up your mind that the worst that can happen is you look foolish and you learn from it, okay, that's okay. But you need to get started because you don't know where it's going to take you to. So there's this YouTube group that I belong to of YouTube creators. And this lady came on the YouTube, in the YouTube group, and she said, Food Network, I don't know if you know this channel, the Food Network discovered one of her cooking videos. Not only did they buy the video from her for a lot of money to be able to own the rights to that video, they invited her to be a cook on the network, to come and cook in person on the network. And she said overnight, she went from just being a YouTuber to being a celebrity cook. It blew my mind because on the internet, there are tons of people who are cooking all sorts of things, but what was it about her that made the Food Network to take interest? And everybody's luck is different. Everybody's time is different, but you would never get your time if you don't get started. Okay, so the next question says, how do I join the inner circle? The inner circle, unfortunately, I cannot share the link here, but the inner circles link is on our Instagram, which is She Dares to Succeed. Okay, so I'm going to share that here. She Dares to Succeed. If you visit our Instagram page, it's the first link in the bio. JC says, do you have any advice or resource for budgeting, a way to access spreadsheets or other similar tools, and how to use them perhaps? Chess. Okay, so Jesse, I guess you are milk from your photo. What we have is, because we're going to be doing finances this coming month, all those tools are going to be available on our pages or on our website, which you can then either download or purchase depending on which one. And at that time, when it comes, you would see the links in our video. So I apologize, we don't have anything currently, but if you are able to wait until November, then it will be available. Tajuddin Mujid, for a new starter, what are the list of things you can sell on Amazon? Wow, that's going to take me forever. That's a whole different life class. But I'm going to say definitely that if you want to do well on Amazon, you definitely need to know what you're doing. It's not just about go and buy anything that you imagine. There's a method to the madness of Amazon, right? We have an online course that teaches Amazon from beginner to at least you being able to sell and understanding what to do, how to search for products. We also have monthly webinars on, different product searching techniques. Please check out that course. You can find it on any of our videos or on our social media. I think that's the best resource I can offer to help you. However, just as a quick and general guide, always think in terms of the season you are in. If you are, for example, we're heading into Christmas, you need to be thinking of what people generally use during Christmas. What do people buy in your household? What do you buy during Christmas time? And so that will give you an idea of what you should be looking at. Also, I've mentioned this in the last video, so I think you need to go and watch it, which is how to start a 6-figure business on Amazon. You need to go and watch that video. It will give you a better idea of all the things that you can be selling in terms of season and how to look. And if you just want more help, either email me or just sign up to the course, and that would help you. Okay, so I'm going to take one more question, and then we'll call it a night. So Nancy McPhee, I want to do YouTube video, voice over video vlogs. Is that inferior to making live videos showing my face? Actually, no. Okay, there are people, there are creators. Unfortunately, I cannot copy the link to paste here. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to see if I can grab it quickly. And I don't know if you all can still see me. So I'm going to grab it quickly. Okay, I don't know if you all could see me or if you paused, because I just don't know. That's the link to the Amazon. That's the link to the Amazon course, so you can check it out. Okay, so Nancy says, making videos. Okay, Nancy, I want to direct you to some videos on YouTube. I can't remember the name of this channel, but there's one massive health channel where they do videos about how to stay healthy and the uses of so many natural ingredients. I cannot remember the name. You guys pray for me. Like today, I don't know what's wrong. I can't remember things. But they don't show their faces, right? They don't show their faces. They use slides. So, and they use voiceovers. So it is definitely possible. It just depends on the niche that you choose and how consistent you are on YouTube. I think YouTube is all about consistency. The more you are consistent, the more your channel will do well, the more money you would make once you pass the monetization threshold. Let me move on. She says, okay, blogging, lucrative, and how can you make money through it? Blogging right now is almost like YouTube, right? There's so many opportunities to monetize, and I'll just quickly tell you maybe 3 or 4. The first one is revenue from advertising, which is similar to YouTube. So Tassa, I'm going to be answering your questions at the same time with Nancy's questions, just so that I don't pass the 1 hour mark, because I know people will be tired and they need to leave. So you can make money blogging or YouTube by monetizing through advertising. For every single option that you choose, you're going to have to, first of all, pass the first hurdles, which is on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time, public watch time. So don't be watching your own videos, expecting the time to rack up. You need people to watch for 4,000 hours. For your blog, you are going to be marketing your blog because you want people, you want an audience on your blog, and then you'll be able to monetize. The first way to monetize is through the adverts, but you can use AdSense on either a blog or a YouTube channel. The second one, the second way to monetize is by what's it called? Affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing means that you promote products. For example, my beautiful notebook was gifted to me by Hyphen of London, and I love this notebook. So if I came on my YouTube and I said, oh, you guys check out this beautiful notebook, it was gifted to me, I love it because of this and that and that, and then I put the link in the description like you hear a lot of YouTubers and bloggers do, then you go and buy through that link. I will get a commission from your purchase. Another big affiliate marketing network is by using the Amazon Associates. Now, there is a video just before this one, which was published on Saturday, which is best ways to make money on Amazon. You can check that video out for how to make money by promoting Amazon products in your blog or in your YouTube channel. That is amazing. There are people who are making so much money. In fact, if you know this channel, they're called Think Media. Think Media creates videos about making videos. They are those guys that I binge watched when I was starting my YouTube channel because I just needed to know, how do I make this YouTube channel work? They're called Think Media. Let me put them in the description. Think Media. They have a YouTube channel which is massive. They have over 1 million subscribers. Now, these guys last month made $34,000 US from just showing people gadgets. Right, so that is one very lucrative way for you to make money through affiliates. And then the third one is through sponsored posts. So brands would always reach out to influencers, whether you're a blogger, whether you're a YouTuber, and say, you know, we have this brand of product, we want you to try it and we want you to promote it. Even though I'm a very small YouTuber, like how many subscribers do I have? I've had brands reaching out to me, asking me to collaborate with them. And so that just tells me that it's an opportunity for you. The more you grow, the brands will reach out to you. And it's now up to you whether you are interested in working with them. Now, Tassa, I want to also go further and say, Tassa, because you do food, right? You do food, you do cooking, and you do gadget reviews. I don't know what Nancy does specifically. Hey, I have a guest in the house. Hi. Because Tessa, you do food and you do gadget reviews, then there's a very big possibility that the brands that will be reaching out to you are brands who want you to try out their gadgets. And so it's very lucrative. And because of your geographic location, there's going to be a bigger market for you anyway. Come, let me carry you. So you guys, now that I have a guest, I'm going to be rounding up. Okay, so Nancy, if you are into health, then health videos are they're a thing on YouTube even without your face, right? And hopefully with time, you will gain more confidence in showing your face on camera. Okay, so everybody, I need to go now and be a mommy. So thank you so much for joining this video. The link to join the inner circle is what I'm about to drop in the chat so that you can use this instead of running around the house looking for the link. That's the link to join the inner circle. So thank you everybody for joining this video. It's been an absolute pleasure. I truly appreciate your time. Anyway, tomorrow there's going to be an interview on how to freelance your way to a full-time income. So please stay with me or rather stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye everyone.